Exercises for Injuries blog reader. This is Rick Kaselj with another video on injuries and exercise. I was asked by a friend if I could recommend a couple exercises for his daughter who had broken her collarbone. I thought no big deal. I easily knew what exercises I would give her. He let me know that his daughter was 4 years old. I was kind of taken back on what to do. I thought about the idea of how would she react if I gave her a bunch of exercises, a nice little grid with little pictures, and asked her to chart down how many movements that she ends up doing and kind of ticking things off. Learning from my 1.5-year-old son, I'm quite sure it would be an impossible task or highly unlikely. Probably the better approach would be is try to make it fun, try to make it enjoyable, try to make it some sort of game. So I would recommend the approach of a few movements, which I'll go through, 4 key movements that I would end up giving her, and making it fun. Taking the approach of, okay, we're going to do this little routine to warm up your shoulder and make your shoulder feel better so it recovers better. And all we got to do is we got to spend a few seconds in the morning going through it twice, a few seconds in the afternoon going through it, and then a few seconds in the evening. So these would be the 4 exercises, but specifically more movements that I would end up giving her in this quick little routine that she can do a couple times through the day to help with recovery, help with keeping that strength there, helping with the range of motion. So I'd get her to lie on her back. I'd get her to have her arms on her shoulder, or arms to her side. I'd get her to push down for a few seconds and then relax. She's not going at maximum, maybe 25-50% effort. She shouldn't feel any discomfort in her shoulder or collarbone. Move the hand out to 45. Push down for a couple seconds, let's say 3, 25 to 50% at maximum. I get her to roll over. I get her to hands underneath the shoulders and then push up. Ideally as much as she can and back down. Now depending on how her shoulder is, she might only be able to push up a little bit. And then ideally moving towards pushing up, coming into a movement where she has her hands out in front and bringing the hands overhead and back down. So if you look at it, I'm working on extension with 0 degrees of abduction and 45 degrees of abduction. I'm working on like a pushing movement with almost like a back arch, and if she's not able to do the full back arch, she can just do a little bit to kind of work on the pushing movement. And then the 4th exercise is shoulder flexion. So once again, I get her to do like twice in the morning, twice in the afternoon, twice in the evening. It takes like 5 or 10 seconds to go through. It'll keep the muscles active, which is what we want. She can progress to working on some of the strength, and she can kind of work on the range of motion, keeping that shoulder and collarbone moving, which will end up being good for her. So that's Rick Kaselj from exerciseforinjuries.com. Thank you very much for watching the video and reading the blog. Please do leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know if you have any ideas for this 4-year-old girl and her broken collarbone.